Houston, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big 10. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Deep in the end zone, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Trying to move them on the counter. Across the 25, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And first down for the offense.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Flips it out to the back.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him tote the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Now on the move. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Drops back, it's Underwood. Out wide right, it's Hansen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Direct snap. It's Marshall. There he goes. Past the 30, past the 20. Touchdown Wolverines. Once he got some room, it was over. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
From deep, it's Brown. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. He picks up the big game.
Motion from the wideout. Throwing Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Hits inside. It smothers. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Manning. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Looking to the big tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With the catch, it's Marsh. Breaks into the open.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Handoff from the shotgun. Run ends there.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
Throwing, Underwood. Pulls it in. At the 35, he's loose. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Motion from the wide receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Finds a man in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of it. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Handoff to the fullback. They get him down is driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Strong safeties are guys you can spin down and a lot of times spend a lot of time in that box, which means he's going to be in the run fit. He's going to be making tackles consistently. And he comes up, tell you what, they talk about big on big. A big fullback versus a big, strong safety, that's a big collision.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities, I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. They know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield, so a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running.
Snags it, and he's open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running inside, it's Smothers. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Sends it back in motion. He's changing the play. They want to run this quarterback. And And he's in, pounding his way in for a score. Touchdown, Texas!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Looking for blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down.
He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Turning it on. Touchdown, Texas! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? He drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now this offense will take the field again. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Wolverines have a lot of options on second and inches. Here's Underwood to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Look out! They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
Working the ground game. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Big fullback's got it. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're heading off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Underwood. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Manning. Moving out to the right. Quarterback's got the first. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. That is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 4 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hoosiers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Manning. Right side, it's Wingo. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Complete. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Under pressure. Unleashes one. Makes the catch. It's Townsend. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to Brown. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. RPO complete. Runs through a tackle. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Second and long here. Here's Manning to throw. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, it's pretty apparent who they want to get the football to on this drive, right? It hasn't mattered where this guy is lined up, which side of the field. That's where the quarterback is throwing it. And the defense now has got to take account of that. What's that, 4 or 5 catches in a row? Crazy. This defense now needs the key on him. They've got to be communicating, hey, the ball's coming here if it's a throw.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
This is a designed run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. They'll try to slam it in. And he's in! Touchdown, Longhorns! He'll try to tack on 1 more. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. He'll bring it back looking for help. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Here's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The run to the right.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his man. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Trying to get the corner, and he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Plows his way ahead. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Throwing, Underwood. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He breaks a tackle.
guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Arch to throw. Looking long. Makes the catch on the route. Here he goes. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They makes the catch, and he's free. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Hits the open man. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on.
Throws toward the end zone. Tosses it incomplete. And they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Here comes the Texas offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. There he goes. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Townsend. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Right back to it. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Rushes on, and it's a sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On the run, deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Henson. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the little stuff underneath. They've got to find a way to make explosive plays, even though the defense is playing conservative.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas. Defense does the work itself with a pick 6. With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there in that 4th down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with a W.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. To the air, it's Underwood. They're all over him. And he gets it away.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time. To go to the other guy, to see.
Trying to beat the D deep. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. Gives them a chance to put together a strategy here in the waning moments. Here's Brown to begin the drive.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Smothers. Stopped right there.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate